Welcome to the Internet Backpack, a place where we take a dive into history, horror, entertainment, and the betterment of ourselves. In today's episode, we are going to take a look at the top 10 moments from Breaking Bad. So obviously, spoiler alert. If you're still here, I am assuming you have already finished watching the show and love it as much as I do. We are not going to talk about how many awards the show had won.
My God, Breaking Bad.
But about why the show is undoubtedly one of the best shows that's been ever made.
Growth, then decay, then transformation.
It is going to be so hard for me to pick just 10 moments from this 5-season show which aired from 2008 to 2013. So without wasting any more time, let us jump into the top 10 moments which made Breaking Bad my favorite show of all time. Number 10, Crazy 8 being killed. Until this moment of the show, Walter White was a softie. Let's not take into account on what he turns into.
I am the danger.
Walt and Jesse flip a coin on who's going to have to kill Crazy 8, but Walt's morality and principles don't allow him to do it at first. We also see how he makes him sandwiches and everything and even cuts the crust the way Crazy 8 likes. But then when Walt finds out Crazy 8 has a plan to kill Walt, Walt takes the first move and decides to kill Crazy 8. This is Walt's first murder, and there's more to come. Number 9, Train Robbery. This is one of the most genius train robberies on screen, and this shows how brilliant of a human Walt is. Walt plots a plan where his team goes on to distract the railway authorities while they steal methylamine from a train and replace it with water. This brilliant of an incident takes place on the 5th episode on the final season. This episode is so important in this series because it breaks one main motive where the show was heading with, which is Walt doing all this for his family. But 15 minutes before the train robbery scene, Skyler says,
"I'm not your wife. I'm your hostage."
Here it is shown completely how Walter had destroyed his family and the relationship he had with them. So now he is a dying man who is robbing a train. What has he really got to lose at this point? Nothing, I guess. Number 8, I am in the Empire business. This scene is a very important scene because it not only shows that Walt had turned into a greedy but also takes us back into Walt's past. He tells Jesse about Gray Matter, the company which was founded by Walt, Elliot, and Gretchen, and how he sold his shares for just $5,000 and how the company is worth billions now. This obviously took a toll on Walt and made him feel insufficient for being just an overly qualified chemistry teacher in a high school. And he ends the scene by saying,
If I was in the meth business or the money business, neither. I'm in the Empire business.
Number 7, the acid bathtub incident. I can easily say that this was one of the most disgusting moments in the show. Yes, it sure is. But this scene also gives us a hint on what kind of evil genius Walt is. What makes this murder so cold-blooded is the fact that Emilio is Jesse's friend, and they're stuck in a life or death situation where Emilio had to be killed by Walt and Jesse, and even worse, they had to dispose his body with no traces, so the method they go with had to involve lots of chemicals. Number 6, Walter beating up the bullies who were mocking his son. This is a moment where we see Walt is not really as soft as he looks like and stands up for what he should. He beats the shit out of the bully who was mocking his son. What makes that move unexpected was when he went through the back and came in through the front so the guy wouldn't see him coming. The guy obviously had a huge size and height advantage. Walt always sized up his opponents and then came up with a plan to take them down. No cap, this was one badass move and has bagged the 6th position in this list.
Number 5, this is my own private domicile and I won't be harassed, bitch.
This is basically one of Jesse's favorite words to use, and it's evident.
Bitch. 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 Bitch.
But why I think this scene stands out because this is one of the nail-biting moments in the series where Hank tries to break into Jesse's RV, a meth lab, while his brother-in-law is literally inside with a suspect. Imagine how the show would have turned out if Hank actually broke into the RV at that moment. Thanks to the guy who owns the place, he knew the laws just right.
This is my own private domicile and I will not be harassed. Bitch!
Number 4, Hector's bell blows up Gus. Gus Fring was a major part of the series, and he was known for his professionalism. You can literally see it when he fixes his tie before he collapses. This shows how much Gus is always into his role. He has a vibe that no one else in the show really has. This is almost shown in the very first meetup between him and Walt. Also, kudos to the makeup department of the show to have done this so good. I mean, look at his face. Damn. Number 3, I am the one who knocks. This might seem like one of the most badass moments in the show when he emphasizes how much power and respect Walt has got in the underworld that he had got absorbed into. Because clearly even at this point Skylar has no clue what her husband Walter White has turned into. I mean, it obviously feels like the Walter in season 4 of this show is a completely different human when compared to the Walter of season 1. That is the best part about this show and its brilliant writing. Every character's dark side is revealed, and at one point, we have no idea who our favorite character is. But in this scene in particular, Walt isn't actually as powerful as he claims himself to be. He has literally become Gus's slave now, cooking meth in the lab that was built for him, while Jesse's life is under threat too. And this episode's name was Cornered because Walt is basically cornered by Gus at this point.
I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger.
What an ironic episode to be this overconfident, right? Number 2, Hank's death. This is surely one of the saddest moments in the show, but that does not mean that we did not see this coming. We obviously did. Hank was always on the edge in the entire series. Hank gets killed by Uncle Jack and his team. Walt tries to reason with Jack, but now it's too late already.
Do what you're gonna do.
I don't know about you guys, but I surely hated Hank since the beginning of the show. I don't know, he was too cocky for me.
No, it's just heavy.
That's why they hire men.
But still, it broke me to watch him get shot. Not the ending our DA deserved. Number 1, this is one of my most favorite moments in the show. I did not actually watch Breaking Bad when it aired on television. I watched it way later, but I had been seeing memes and appreciation posts about this particular moment of the show. And when I finally got to watch this moment and witness it for myself, this is one of those goosebumps moments which the show gave me.
Say my name.
Heisenberg.
You're goddamn right.
The show was almost ending here, and we can see how Heisenberg is almost his entire personality now and Walter White has become the alter ego. We hope you liked our picks and subscribe to our channel and give a thumbs up if you want to watch more videos just like this one.